Hi there. So, welcome again to our class. And this one is course 1000016 Academic English. And I'm ready to discuss to you. Before that, I'll give you an overview of the class. So, this class is having four skills, with Module 1 is about reading, Module 2 is listening, Module 3 is speaking, and Module 4 is writing. All of that you're going to learn from every week that I'm going to discuss to you. This time I'm going to discuss to you for week 1 and week 2 topics. So see ya. Or for the course, which is 1000016 Academic English. So this one composed of modules 1 to 4. Module 1 is reading. It's just the four skills. Module 1 is reading, Module 2 is listening, Module 3 is speaking, and Module 4 is writing. I am Mr. Jamal Largo de la Cruz, your lecturer. So let's proceed now to the objective. So as we proceed, you're going to learn from this course the four skills. Let's proceed. For week 1 and 2, you're going to learn the reading for Unit 2, Lesson 1, Teaching and Learning at Higher Education. And Module 2 is listening for Unit 3. So we are going to discuss Unit 3, lesson, and listen to the conversation between the two people talking. And Module 3 is about writing, Unit 2, Lesson 1, what makes a good summary, and the last one is speaking, the Unit 2, Lesson 1, what makes a good presentation. So these are our topics for the entire discussion. So bear with me. Let's proceed now to the objectives so that you will understand what you're going to learn from this unit. Understand core vocabulary for academic English and the course overview. Follow a short academic lecture and identify main ideas. You can also write a basic summary structures, the elements, and introduce oneself academically. And also you can identify and use linking words in the sentence and read and identify key points in academic article on higher education. Listen or for gist or details about the conference and extract information by answering questions, and write effective topic sentences and participate in group discussion. Determine what makes a good presentation. So let's start now. Okay. But of course, before that, we are going to have a game. So in this game, we call it vocabulary board race. The students are grouped into 5 groups, and each group will be given different types of words. So they're given 10 minutes to arrange every words they have to corresponding vocabulary on the board. The team who got the correct answers will be the winner, of course. Now, this is the words. So they are divided into two, where we have article, and under the article, we have the title, the illustration, the preview, first sentence of the paragraph, and then the book, the genre, the author's name, table of contents, index notes on the cover. So we have this two words, and then they have under them our vocabulary under them. So we are going to give now the words that which do you think is good for article and book. So, example, these are the words that you need to put where you're going to put based from the words on the board. So, these are the words on the board: title, illustration, preview. So, you're going to give me two words in each vocabulary under article and book. So, let's go now. So, these are the words. All right. So we have your Lord of the Rings, Titanic. So what do you think are these words? Put it on the board now, corresponding to the vocabulary I've shown to you a while ago. So we have abstract and New York Times, J.K. Rowling, chapter 1, the beginning, page 3. We also have the word map, photograph, chapter 2, the journey, page 6, mystery, horror, Ernest Hemingway, winner of the Pulitzer Prize, Once Upon a Time in the Beginning. We also have Climate Change 45, Population 78. So we have here the words. So they are in total 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 words because we have 9 words there a while ago. So we have the 9 words here as I showed you. So we have here title, illustration, preview. Which of these words do you think belongs to? You have now 1 minute, or you have, I'll give you 10 minutes to do that. All right, very good. So, assuming that you are done with the 10 minutes, let's proceed now to the answers. So, of course, the answers is there you go. So for answers, we have the article. The article has title. The title is under the title is The Lord of the Rings, of course, because that is the title of the movie, and or also the book. It has a book as well. And Titanic is also a book, and then it becomes a movie. Illustration is under illustration is map and photographs, preview, introduction and abstract, and in first sentence of the paragraph usually is like once upon a time there was a boy in the beginning, God created something like this. For the book, under the book we have the genre. So genre is like type. Other words for that one is type. So type is like mystery or horror. Author's name, J.K. Rowling and Ernest Hemingway. And then table of contents, of course, we have chapter 1, the beginning, page 3, chapter 2, the journey, page 6. Index, climate change, 45, population, 78. Notes on the cover is like the New York Times, winner of the Pulitzer. So these are the words. How much did you get? Did you get a lot? Again, congratulations to you. If you got a lot, then you are the winner. Very good. A big round of applause for that. Let's proceed now to the discussion. Of course, the next one is I would like to tell you what is happening on week 1 and week 2. For module 1 in reading, unit 2, lesson 1, you are going to identify academic vocabulary and predicting in an article title on page 22 to 25, activities 1 to 8. So you're going to learn this week with that one. And module 2 is listening. Unit 3, lesson 1, listen to the conference between the two people. That is page 26 only from activities 1 to 4. And our module 3 is speaking, which is the unit we will start in unit 2. Lesson 1 makes what makes a good presentation. We're going to discuss the quotation and of course some activities in speaking. For module 4 is about writing. That's unit 2, lesson 1. So, what makes a good summary? Organizing the summary on page 142, activities 1 to 4. As you can see, the book is not like I'm dividing this one so that every topic you're going to learn the 4 skills. That is very important. And we are not going to learn only all about reading for week 1 and week 2. So I'm dividing it so that we can have the 4 skills in every lesson that we have. So I think you are all ready. Let's proceed now to the discussion. Week 1 to reading. So I have a question to you guys. What do you think for sometimes this is the question sometimes that we often ask. So what do you think is the what's this? Um the article or book is worth reading for because we have all of us have things that we want to read. So so is it the title, the illustration, the genre, the preview, the topic sentence, author's name, table of contents, index, the notes cover? What is it? Most readers actually usually read the articles or the book based on the author, the title, or the genre and illustration. And personally, me, I like to read with the authors actually. So I like to read like the books about Sidney Sheldon, like mysteries about crime, something like that. Something like those things. I like this kind of books, such as the book that I read, like everything has a um, I forgot about it, but it's about something like uh, everything has purpose, something like that. So that is what most readers and others also like look on the title of what they are reading. Also, they are going to read because of the genre they like and the illustration as well. Moving on, we are going to proceed now. So moving on actually is this. Before reading the postgraduate prospectus, we are going to choose the sentences that best describe the contents. So we have here, distance learning health course make a world of difference. What do you think is the best sentence that describe the content distance learning? Is it distance education in the world spreading? Online courses in medicine are special, or online courses help people to stay healthy? Next, we have education for the world. So, do you think it's the university don't always teach what students need? Higher education is now easy to obtain. What you should study should prepare you from the future. So, I want you to choose properly of the correct sentence that describe this the content, the correct sentence that describe the contents. Education for the real world. What do you think? And then distance learning, health courses make a world of difference. Because you know what? In the past, we are learning online teaching because of the pandemic, right? So, and even these days, actually, there is online teaching or distance learning is um, is still going on, is still present. All right, very good. So choose from the choices and discuss with your partner why do you think that would be interesting topic to be discussed. As what I told you. So I want you to predict and discuss with your partner why do you think that would be the sentence that would describe the prospectus, the two words distance learning, and of course the other one is distance learning, and the other one is what's the other one? Education for the real world. Okay, so I want you to discuss with your partner what do you choose? Is it A, B, or C for the distance learning? And then for education for the world, is it A, B, or C as well? So you're going to discuss with your partner. After discussing that one, I want you to proceed now to after you predict and after you discuss. So we're going to read articles now and match the titles. Of course, we have here number one, distance learning health courses make a world of difference, education for the world, arts and minds in deep water. So we're going to learn four of these ones. So match these titles to the articles we're going to read ahead. So these are the articles I will show to you. Article A, of course, we have there. I give you the answer already. The Article A is actually about arts in mind because it's talking about arts and science during our education. So it's very obvious that this article is talking and discussing about arts in mind. Do you know what is Article B? Let's see. One, two, three, go. Yes, there you go. Article B is about distance learning health courses. So, autumn 2013 saw the launch of several distance learning. This is like online learning, virtual learning. So, this is all about distance learning health courses. So, this is the Article B. It's number one. Now, let's match the Article C. What do you think? So, we have already the number three for Article A, and we also have the Article B, which is number one. So we have left two and four. So Article C, which is it? Is it two or four? Yes, very good. It's number four in deep water. So, because this is talking about environment, turning attention to the water shortages. So that's why the title of this and it matched to in deep water. So please read this one because I have questions to you later on. Please give time to read, okay? Article D is the last one is education for the real world. So this article also is talking about education for the reality, like in the real world where you can the students uh, the students can experience reality about education. So this is an article in your. I want you to read from article A, B, C, and D because you have questions to be discussed with your partner. So by the way, again, let not article A is all about arts and mind. Article B is all about distance learning. And then, by the way, when you say who are still at the call phase, it means who are still working. That is what it meant. And the next is Article C is about in deep water. And I want you to read this one as well because they're going to answer questions later on. So please give time to read. And then Article D is education for the real world. So please read because we're going to answer. So I know that you are done reading the articles. So which with your partner, I want you to answer this question. What do you think is the purpose of the extracts? Who are the readers? Which extracts contain references to specific universities? In what are their names? Which extract as well describes a problem that requires the attention of both practitioners and universities? What is the problem? Which extracts mention a variety of subjects that can be studied at the university? Which extract focuses on the needs of a specific group of people and who are they? All right, I'll give you time for that to answer based from what you have read from articles A to D. That is very good. Let's proceed now to the answers. So these are the answers. So for question number one, the question number one is what do you think is the purpose of the extracts? And what are the readers? The answer there is the prospectus is about postgraduate education in the UK and is promoting different universities or programs, courses. It is aimed at students looking for courses. And of course, for number two, the answer is A, University of Leicester and Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design. For B, University of Edinburgh and University of Bath for Larity. And text C is not from a university but a company for United Utilities. For number three, the answer is C, water shortages. And number four, the answer is the A and D, not letter C, which mentions subjects undergraduates may have studied before they come to the United Utilities. In number five, the answer is letter B, health practitioners from developing countries. All right, very good for that. A big round of applause for that with that because you are reading properly. So let's proceed now in a discussion of, by the way, when you read the article a while ago, you can see, or did you notice that in the article you can see some linking words that connects ideas. For example, with that one, they understand that entry of the University of Bath is highly competitive, but so they use the word but there. And another one, these will play a key role in advising governments and providing solutions to these. So these are kinds, and then they also use, therefore, we strive to offer programs. These are what you call the linking words. And that is the focus of our topic. So if you can see that one, I'm going to discuss to you now for language about linking words or transition devices or transitional devices, which is very applicable when you are going to write and also speak. So this is the discussion for the linking words. Linking words is simply connecting ideas. These are words that connects ideas to another idea. So that is the meaning of the linking word. So we have here, hold on for a while. All right. So let's discuss now the linking words. Again, linking words or transition words are words that connects two ideas. That is the function of that one. Let's start with but and however. For but and however, it indicates the transition ideas, usually positive idea, but however negative or vice versa. So usually it is used for negative, but it can also be used for positive. Example, you can start with negative and then but or however negative or positive, or you can start with positive and then but however negative. So you can do it up to you. Okay, so it indicates the transition ideas usually positive. By the example, the government has shown support, but or however the people did not feel it. Okay, so you can see positive first, the government has shown support, and then negative right away, did not feel it. So that is the function of but and however. If you feel that there is something like negative equals positive, you can use the but or however, or positive equals negative, you can use but and however for linking the ideas. Okay? All right, thank you for that. So for the linking or linking words, or well, linking one of the linking words, which is for example, it indicates an idea that many ideas are still following the others. So you're going to use for example. So it is a sign that there are other things that follows. So you're going to use for example. So example, there are many problems in our country. For example, the corruption, illegal gambling, and more. So you're going to use this to indicate that there are things are more to follow. All right, so that is how you will use for example. Okay, now moving on is therefore in conclusion. In this case, you are concluding. So this is the, for example, the last part, or this is the last um, idea that you're going to present, or the last paragraph. Somehow you're going to use therefore or in conclusion. All right, it indicates conclusion or the ending or your final say. All right, so example for that, you will say therefore the result might be a failure. So this is like your final statement. All right, so that's why you have to use therefore. All right, so that is, or those are the linking words that we are going to discuss in this unit as part of reading topic. So, and since you learned already about these things, now I want you to have this activity. Please answer this activity to me. All right, so do these things. Supply the correct linking words to be used in the sentence. So we have here the linking words, however, for example, they, these, therefore, and these. So we all know that these indicates plurality and this signifies singularity. All right, so let's read and I'll give you time and then let's see how much points did you get. All right then, so let's see the answers. I am ready for that. How much did you get? All right. For the answer for number one, it's they. So, example, research indicates that they have numerous advantages. For number two, the answer is however. So, this is however, this is participants often do not value online discussion. This is a negative sentence. However, participants often do not value online discussion. Number three, therefore needs facilitation. This is a conclusion of the previous idea, which is, however, participants often do not value. So therefore, he is using therefore. And then this online tutors. And then the last one is for example and these. All right. Thank you so much. So number five, did you see they use for example because for example Barker 2022 it is Barker, and in 2022 it is giving you the idea that it is not just this is giving you that there are more things to follow, which is Barker. Okay, and these facilitation skills, okay, it indicates plurality. All right, thank you for your answers. How many points did you get? All right. Okay, so that's the end of reading. So thank you so much for that. To welcome to speaking class. So what makes a good presentation? Before we proceed, did you make a presentation before? Have you made a presentation before? Or if so, what presentation did you make? Was it successful? All right, that will be our topic for this time. So I wanted to share it in the class. If you are, presenting successfully, and what was the experience? If it's a failure, then how? You can tell the class if you are okay. Very good. All right, so let's go now to the next slide. So moving on, I we have here a I want you to read the quotation below. So we have here the quotation, and with your partner, I want you to discuss this. So example, we have a quotation, and after this one, discuss the questions to your partner. So we have the questions after this. Okay, so we have here a man who cannot speak well will never make a career. Again, a man who cannot speak well will never make a career. What do you think about this? Do you agree with this? So you can discuss with your partner now. What is your say about this one? If you agree or not. All right. So do you agree with the question? So why or why not? As for me, I don't agree with the situation because it depends on your job. It depends on because there are people who become successful without talking. Okay, I mean without like example, if you're painting, you don't need to talk. Let your drawing or let your paint talk. Okay, let your work talk. But if you're a teacher, of course, you cannot be quiet. You cannot be introvert. You have to be talkative. So I'm a talkative person. So um but the question a while ago with the quotation a while ago, um, I don't agree with that because first of all, you can be who you are, and first of all, you can be better with what best you're doing. Not necessarily or not importantly into speaking. So it's okay. All right. So who does it seem relevant to? So it would be relevant to with people like um, doesn't need to be have sales rather, like not selling or not into customer or not talking to people. So you don't need to talk a lot. Okay. So you can still make a career though without talking a lot. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for that one. So if you have any idea, I respect that one too, but that's my opinion. So now this time, work in groups. I want you to work in groups, make a list of what makes a successful presentation. And of course, you're going to tell me about what makes a successful presentation. Example, if the speaker was confident, he connects to the audience. So what else you think about that one? I want you to think of that one in groups. And after thinking, after doing such thing, I want you to come up with a spidergram. Okay, you enumerate all your ideas, what it takes to be a successful presentation, and present your ideas in the class with a spidergram. So the spidergram looks like this. Okay, it doesn't need to be long or a lot like this a lot, but as long as you can express and you can show the spidergram of what makes a successful presentation. Okay, so you can include there like maybe the visuals, the slides, or how confident the speaker is. So that is all up to your group. So I wanted to be creative in making the presentation as well. So first, design first a spidergram with your group. So good luck, everyone, and present it in the class. All right. So that's the end of speaking, and thank you so much for listening with me, and thank you so much for watching the class. I hope you are learning about the speaking. Thank you. We are going to listen. I Before we listen to the people talking in the conference, did it happen to you when you attend a conference and you're alone and you don't know who the people around you? What did you do? What did you do first? How did you make yourself comfortable and connect with other participants? Share your experience in the class because sometimes we have a funny experience. We have also a embarrassing experience. So tell me about it. Share it in the class. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so since you already shared in the class, let's proceed now to the listening. While we are listening, I want you to while we're listening, I want you to answer the questions below. So, what event did they both take part in yesterday? Are they talking in a very formal conversation now? Do you find both speakers equally easy to understand? Let's find out and answer this question.
Track 26.
Excuse me, I think we were in the same session yesterday at the conference.
Oh, yes, we were. It was the session on group dynamics. I saw you there. I'm Brian Jacobs.
Pleased to meet you, Brian. I'm Sophie Jones.
Very pleased to meet you too.
The session was rather good, wasn't it?
Very good. Okay, thank you for listening. Now let's see the answer. Upon listening a while ago, so the answer for number one is what event did they both take part in yesterday? The session for group dynamics. That is what they both take part. And are they talking in a very formal conversation? Of course they are, because they're using please to meet you and very pleased to meet you. And that indicates that they are using formal conversation. Do you find both speakers equally easy to understand? Um, some may not, and some may, but you know what? There are only one where there that may be something like not clear. It's the word rather, the last two words. The woman say rather good. Okay, so I think the rest are clear. So in my part, I think this is really understandable. So how about you? Do you have any problems? Do you understand what they're talking? How do you feel about the people talking? Do you understand them? Did you get the same answer, the one I gave you? If you do, then you're a good listener. So more activities to come. I want you to listen the next one. So but I want you to answer this one. Listen to the conversation, the same people talking. I want you to answer the question, when does the conversation take place and how does the man know about the woman work? So I want you to listen very carefully. Might be a little bit longer, but answer the question after they are talking.
Track 27.
Hello. I hope you don't mind my interrupting you, but I was in your presentation just now and actually I'm a big admirer of yours. I've read several of your articles as well. Do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, yeah.
Yes? You know, I really respect your work.
Very good. So let's go now to the answer. I hope that you are all doing uh, or having the same answers with mine. There you go. The answer is, when does the conversation take place? After the presentation, of course, because the woman is presenting the article, and after the presentation, the man talked to her right away. How does the man know about the woman work? From the articles she has written, because of course it is written there in the article, so that's why the man knows what is the work of the woman. All right, thank you so much for that. I hope you get the same answer with mine too. All right, so before we proceed to the next listening activity, I wanted to let's talk about the contraction, okay? As part of learning the listening, I want you to learn here about contraction. So when you say contraction, contractions are nouns or pronouns being combined with the auxiliary verbs. So when you say auxiliary verbs, these are types of verbs that helps to the main verb. Example, is helping you. Is there is an auxiliary verb or what you call the helping verb, okay? Now, being contracted, it's combined to the noun or the pronoun. Example, they have got a message. So instead of saying they have got because it's too long, you need or you can contract the they and have. It will become they've got a message, okay? So you can do that one contraction so that you may sound very native, or else it would be another level of skills for you, which is learning the contraction, and you may not surprise about the difference of writing and speaking on when you hear people talking. What are they talking about? So that is about what you call contraction, okay? So let's see and listen to the conversation. Okay, in this case, I want you to answer number 1 to 9 with using the contraction. Okay, are you ready now? Let's go.
Track 28.
1. I've had a lot to do.
2.
How's the conference going for you?
3.
Well, sorry I wasn't there to see you.
4.
What's your area of expertise?
5. And I've got an abstract as well, which you could have if that helps. 6.
I've had to cancel the meeting.
7.
I'd really appreciate that.
8.
I'll go for the first method.
9.
Sorry, I didn't hear about that.
All right then, very good. So let's see how much points did you get. Let's see the answers. Great. Number 1, I've had a lot to do. Number 2, how's the conference going for you? Number 3, well, sorry I wasn't there to see you. Number 4, what's your area of expertise? Number 5, and I've got an abstract as well, which you could have. Number 6, I've had to cancel the meeting. Number 7, I'd really appreciate that. Number 8, I'll go for the first method. Number 9, sorry, I didn't hear about that. So you see, they're using now contraction, and I hope that you got it right. All right. Good job, everyone. That's it. That's the end of listening. So thank you so much for bearing with me and staying with me in this discussion about listening. Let's proceed now to week 1 and week 2. Okay. So before we are writing, do you like to write or compose any song or poem somehow? If you have any sample of your composition, a song, a poem, or an essay, would you mind sharing it in the class? perhaps you can sing in the class, okay? You can share your song, your composition. So if you like, you can do it in the class, all right? Okay, so enjoy writing because writing you can express anything you want, okay? So let's proceed now to the writing activity. So while a while ago, you are sharing your composition, your write ups, I want you to think what makes really a good summary then. So discuss these questions with your peers. Like, have you ever written a summary before? How did you write it? Why do we write them? How long should a summary be? All right, because it's not gonna be too long because it's just a summary, okay? So there are patterns how to do that. Okay, so I will teach you how to do that one this topic, okay, for this week. All right, let's proceed now. So this is a sample article that I prepared. So this kind of article is I want you to think, okay, which do you think from these features a good summary should have, okay? So this is an article. I want you to read this and check how it is arranged. What are the features being used as a summary? Okay, great. So let's proceed now. Moving on to the next slide. Which do you think from reading the article these features a good summary should have? By reading the article a while ago and explain your answer. So we have here the author's name and the title of the article, graphs and tables, detailed explanations, the author's main idea, details to support the idea or your own views on the problems, quotation somehow, formal expressions, or linking words. Explain why do you think this is a good feature to be used for the summary. Okay. Now I will give you some idea, all right? So in expressions A to H, underline the reporting verbs. Circle the words and phrases that show the order of events. So we have here A to H, right? At the beginning of the article, the author points out or emphasizes. I want you to give me the phrases that show the order of events and the reporting verbs. Reporting verbs are very useful in doing the summary and also the order of events because as you can see these are very useful. The A to H is very useful already to make a summary. Like letter A, at the beginning of the article the author points out or emphasizes blah blah blah. So that is how you will start your summary. In addition, then the author suggests something like that. You're going to do this one, so bear with these expressions, okay? So let's go. This is the reporting verbs. Points out, emphasizes. As you can see a while ago, look at this one. At the beginning of the article, the author points out. Okay, you can use also according to Dr. Melise, she said or she points out something like that. So that is how you will start your summary. That is how you are going to organize your summary. So these verbs are very useful. Is informed, erase, examine, suggest, assume, concludes, assume, or demonstrated. Okay, next, the order of events. This is also very useful because you are going to write down what is the event. So a while ago you say at the beginning, all right, according to Dr. Melise or Dr. O'Neill or something like that, he points out or he claims that, all right. Next, so this is how you're going to write a summary, a good summary, organizing a good summary. So you just like add 5 sentences with that. In addition, then finally, that's it. just 5 or 6 sentences for doing the summary. Okay, so let's go back. So this is very useful in doing the summary. For the reporting verbs, remember these words. Remember these verbs, and also remember the order of events. Okay, you can also use the order of events and also use linking verbs to remember or do or organizing a good summary. We learned linking verbs a while ago. All right. So this time I want you to first letter of the word is given to you already. So please answer. We have here number one, E, I. So please read and I'll wait for you to answer. Okay? Now let's start. Very good. So let's go now to the answers. The answer for this, okay, number one, expresses. Number two, informs. Number three could be three answers: assumes, argues, or adds. Number four could be two: suggests or states. Number five, assumes, argues, or adds. And the same with number six and number seven, suggests or states. So you can use this kind of reporting verbs, okay, in the article that we read a while ago for making the answers. All right, good job, everyone. Moving on, of course, is another activity. So I'm giving you here the author's name, okay? Hold on for a while. I'm giving you here the author's name, the title, the online education, something like this, and it's up to you. I give you the information already. So read the notes about the main ideas of the article and then write a good summary. The same with using the reporting verbs in the order of events or the linking words. Okay, using these ideas. For example, I give you the idea. List this one. Look at my sample. Okay, so and then after that one, I use hold on, in the article, then James Vernon, the author's name, and then he points out. Did you see? This is a reporting verb, and then after that, they generate income, and then furthermore, Vernon emphasizes. Did you see? It's reporting verb, and then furthermore is a linking verb. Okay, and then I use here finally. Okay, so that's it. Like the summary, organizing the summary is using only the reporting verbs I told you, and then the order of events or the linking words. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening. This is Module 1 to Module 4, reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills. Thank you so much, and I hope that you're learning with me today. So please be guided accordingly. Thank you, and I'm going to give you the resources. I only use two links for resources because I only use the audio and the book. All right, so thank you so much, and that would be all. See you next time.